business and also inspiring the young generation. That's what Africa needs. A lot of all the different skills. Not everybody needs to be a president, okay? It's enough having one, leave alone having, you know, a couple of them running around. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, like my mother always says, you know, having 9 of us, she always goes, Alek, and I go, yeah. She goes, get to the point. So I'm gonna get to the point. I'm very, very humbled again and honored. I think this is the time. This is the time that the youth in Africa need to really be given a chance. I was once, not too long ago, that little young person in South Sudan, in Wow, walking for miles with my family, just trying to find somewhere for safety and eating whatever there was along the way. And thanks to my parents' experience living in the village, knowing what was poison, what was not, boiling the water so that we won't be able to get sick from it. Then finally finding ourselves in England, but before that living in Khartoum. But what my father said to my mother before he passed away, bless his soul, I was 12 at that time, and trust me, I was a daddy's girl, and I really milked it as well. He said, you know, whatever you do, he never wanted us to get out, but he said, you know, wherever you go, make sure my boys are educated, but specifically also my girls. Because when you educate a girl, you educate the family, you educate the community, and you educate the society. And that is, to the honest God, to the honest truth, that's what I took with me. If I had to be discouraged when I was discovered that Sunday afternoon when I was 18 years old in London, just being 5 years in London, everything was completely new. I took that education and I applied it. And whoever that said I was bizarre, or I was different, or I was weird, I looked at them and I said, you're weird. Yeah. And whoever that just wanted to work with me because of the instant gratification, like my mother said, keep it moving. And I kept it moving. And I utilized that platform to really shed light on all the other refugees that were still going through the same challenges that my family and my community went through back in the 80s. And it's still in South Sudan, even though we are independent, there's still so many challenges. But I'm standing here right now not to just dwell on the challenges, but going back for the 1 year anniversary, and I want to go back and I want to have, hopefully I'm blessed with kids. I have 4-legged, you know, kid right now, which my mother thinks is ridiculous. A dog is not a child. Just to make a light note of it. But there are so many wonderful things within the continent, and I am so extremely proud to come from South Sudan. Like they all saying, you could take Alek out of South Sudan, but you cannot take the Dinka out. That counts. Africa has so much. I always say when you go to Africa, to any country, it's not like you go to an island, oh, it's gorgeous beach, you know, I'll take a stroll. No. As soon as you get there, you could feel it. It's the soil, it's the people, it's the culture, it's the food. And I'm just so honored to come from such an upbringing. I can't imagine being the same woman that I am today and evolving. So I decided to keep honest people around me because it takes a village to raise a child, okay? So it took a lot to make Alek Wek. I would be lying to say, I figured it all out myself because I'm so smart and I'm so gorgeous. My mother would tell me, Alek, sit down. And I come from 5 girls, so she's always really told us to embrace each other, to empower each other, because at the end of the day, that, you know, what builds a nation is not just one, you know, everybody has to be in politics, you know. We need all the skills. We need the teachers, the lawyers, the architects, the, you know, musicians, bang, 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 all that. But we really seriously need that. And for me, I think if another young person is going to grow up to want to do whatever they want, if they want to do high fashion, you know, go to Paris, and, you know, and New York, and London, and Milan, that's great. They want to be teachers, they want to be scientists. Nothing should stop them, not the color of their skin, not the shape of their hair. This is all just static, but nobody can take away your education and this. So, thank you so much. And I want you to really walk away with knowing that we have so much to offer in Africa, and hopefully, you know, we'll be having much more made in Africa. You know, Rebel Soul will have a lot of entrepreneurs, sportsmanship. We need a lot of young people, like we all know, you know, science, music, and sports help children excel in so many areas. And my father's always told me from a very young age, Alek, you love art, I like you, you're my little tomboy, but don't take it for granted. Study hard, focus, and celebrate others. And I truly see it in this room tonight. So thank you so much again. Very much.